Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 22nd, and here's another edition of Wise Words from Waldo. Today's devotion is about the story behind one of the songs that we sing in churches across America. The story, I promise, will speak to you, and you'll probably be amazed at who the author was. I know I was. In the early 1900s, he was one of the best-known jazz and blues musicians in the country. He was a young black musician from Atlanta, Tom Dorsey. In 1926, he met the Lord and decided to concentrate exclusively on spiritual music. One of the songs he would write was Peace in the Valley, but that's not his most famous one. The Depression hit America. It was very hard for a musician to make enough money to survive, much less a Christian one. And some of the churches thought his music was just a little bit too worldly. Years later, when he would laugh about it, he'd say, "I got kicked out of some of the best churches in the land." But it was during those times, the very hard times of the Depression, that his life would be devastated. He was in St. Louis when he received a telegram from Chicago. His pregnant wife had died suddenly. Dorsey was filled with grief, his faith shaken. But he turned to the one thing that he knew best: music. In the midst of the agony, he wrote these lyrics: "Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home." Tom Dorsey would go on to be the choir director at Plymouth Baptist Church in Chicago for 50 years. I've known that story for years. Never knew that it came from Tom Dorsey. And I certainly didn't know the story behind it. But I do know that that song has ministered to many people when they were going through a difficult time. Psalm 9:9 says, "The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in the times of trouble." Now stop and think about that.